This is where the fun begins.
What's going on, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well. And in this video, we're going to be looking at some never before seen concept art of the Rise of Skywalker. In today's video, we're going to be taking a read here from the Direct's article as of what it has to say. And towards the end of the video, I'm also going to have some theories and predictions of what we could have seen with the Rise of Skywalker and what we still can see from this overall scene, this flashback sequence of Leia actually training that we saw in the Rise of Skywalker, taking place directly after the events of Return of the Jedi. As the article reads, new Star Wars concept art reveals Carrie Fisher's scrap tribute in The Rise of Skywalker, which is honestly very unfortunate in my own thoughts and opinions. Before we hop into the article here, as per usual, I'm going to have that full article linked down in the description down below for you guys to take a look at here as well. As it reads, what can be said about The Rise of Skywalker that hasn't already been discussed at this length yet? The 2019 capper to the 9-film series was an award devise. Fans and critics alike heavily panned the pacing, the script, and the story, and while the movie had very likable elements as well, much of the fan base was immensely dissatisfied with the final results, me being one of those people, and probably you if you're watching this video. Of course, Carrie Fisher's Leia Organa does appear in the film, despite the beloved actress ultimately passing in 2016. Leia was worked into the plot by way of archived footage that was left over from The Force Awakens from 2014/2015 when it was filming, that Lucasfilm digitally inserted into The Rise of Skywalker with its scenes. That there was also on a brief flashback into a time shortly after 1983's Return of the Jedi, which features a younger Luke Skywalker and a younger Leia Organa / Luke Skywalker / Solo sparring with lightsabers during the princess's Jedi training. Rey later takes up her blade to the final confrontation with Palpatine. Now, in the final version of the movie, the final release of the movie, Leia's lightsaber was in the blue color, much like Anakin Skywalker, her father before her, but a new piece of concept art has now surfaced that shows that this wasn't always actually the case, or that was really originally intended or planned. Leia originally had a purple lightsaber. Adam Brownbank, a concept artist on Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, took to Instagram to share a piece of artwork, as you guys can see here on the screen here, for the film's development process here. The piece in question, which can be seen below, as the article says, it's on the screen right now, shows an aforementioned training duel between Leia and Luke as we saw in the movie. What's noticeable though is that Leia's lightsaber is actually the color of purple, as opposed to the blue that was in the actual movie. So why was it changed? And why wasn't this original concept actually used? What's the difference? According to the 2016 memoir VADER Cinema Blend, Carrie Fisher wanted her character to have a purple lightsaber if this was ever the case, or were she to ever wield one in the first place. One concept art makes it clear though that at one point Lucasfilm was going to, of course, honor the late Fisher's request. A notation was to ultimately and unfortunately be discarded. So why was Leia's saber actually changed? As the article goes on to say, it's interesting to speculate on why Lucasfilm dropped the concept of Leia having a purple lightsaber entirely, especially considering that they were surely knew of what Fisher would have wanted, and this is what she wanted. And if they weren't aware, then why make the blade purple in the above concept art at all? It's worth noting that there's actually currently one character in the entire Star Wars canon that is, not Legends, that has a purple lightsaber, a Jedi Master Mace Windu. While Attack of the Clones was in production, Samuel L. Jackson, who of course portrays in Mace Windu in the film and also in Revenge of the Sith, had specifically requested that he were to have a purple lightsaber. He asked this directly to George Lucas himself, and the director actually obligated to this. There of course have been other characters who had purple lightsabers in the Star Wars franchise, Legends and canon. Mara Jade and Darth Revan come to mind, but those characters only exist in Star Wars Legends, which is the official name for all the content that came before Lucasfilm was purchased by Disney, as such as it falls outside of the official continuity and deemed non-canon, a part of what is the Skywalker saga. So in the implication here of just because Mace Windu was the only one to have his own purple lightsaber, Leia was not permitted to have one by the studio is the question. Perhaps not, as it seems a little petty of Lucasfilm's part, particularly since the efforts have always been made to respect Leia and Carrie Fisher's legacy by the studio going forward after her death even. Perhaps the purple blade was merely something that Brock Bank, the concept artist who had made this added to the concept as a personal touch without getting the go-ahead from the higher-ups with the producers and directors. But then, considered by the fact that Rise of Skywalker's third act, Rey and Ben Solo team up to destroy Emperor Palpatine using Luke and Leia's lightsaber, both are of which blue. Maybe the filmmakers wanted the visual symmetry of both characters using the same colored blades for a single goal, possibly to drive home to the fact that Ben had returned to the good side of the Force. Whatever the case may be, The Rise of Skywalker is now available to stream on Disney Plus, as the article goes on to end right there. And as I had mentioned, I'm going to have this full article linked down in the description down below for you guys to check out here as well. Something, a bit of my own kind of fan theory or speculation to kind of throw out here. Of something that we know about the purple lightsabers is that it's a mix and a blend between red lightsabers, which are normally used by dark side force users, and a blue lightsaber, which is normally going to be used by a light side force user. It's something I believe we honestly still could see, especially with the whole Mandoverse and it's expanding and going forward with the Book of Boba Fett, multiple seasons of The Mandalorian, the Ahsoka Tano series, Rangers of the New Republic, and now Star Wars Skeleton Crew. There is so much for them to expand on here that they could do with storytelling. They very well could have these more flashbacks, or maybe rather taking place in the present time alongside with the Mandalorian here, of Luke and Leia training here, and in this case it would actually give Leia the purple lightsaber because she's simply conflicted. I also feel like a bit of another fan theory slash prediction here is that it's kind of to symbolize that she herself is conflicted with the Force, much like her father was before, and as we ultimately see with her son actually happen here as well, with Ben Solo turning to the dark side of the Force. I definitely want to see this expanded upon and actually to be seen rather within the Mandalorian universe, within one of those shows where we might have some type of sequence with Leia using a lightsaber, or even Leia just showing up. I would honestly be happy with, and I think would be the coolest freaking thing ever. Guys, let me know if your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think here about Leia potentially, or rather originally supposed to have a purple lightsaber in the original script for The Rise of Skywalker. Why do you guys think this was not used or ultimately scrapped here? And let me know what you guys all think about this. I'd love to hear what you guys all think. Of course, until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great day or night. Leave a like on the video if you enjoy it, and it really just helps the channel. Check out our Instagram on Official Star Wars for more Star Wars related content. Guys, as always, may the Force be with you. Peace out.